A lot of people that were watching the ABC special came away with the feeling that the Jesus of faith that they believe in is not really the Jesus of history, and so now they were left with this vacuum. Is that a true vacuum, or is that a false distortion of Jesus?
No, I think it's a false distortion of Jesus. I think it is true that some of the Gospels reflect a reflection about Jesus, things that the Gospels and the evangelists came to understand about Jesus as time passed. In fact, John's Gospel in spots says, we didn't understand this at the time. This became clear to us after he was raised. So there is some refractive effect, if you will, of history, looking back on the event and saying, oh, that was really what was going on. But in other cases, we are getting the event as it happened, as they experienced it, as they felt it at the time, without that refractory effect. And both levels are historical, and that's sometimes what the critic doesn't make clear. They think, well, if it's refractive, it must be false, and that's not true.
If people travel to Jerusalem and the Holy Land, what kind of physical evidence today would you expect to find about Jesus?
Well, again, I think it would be very difficult to expect to find much of anything of direct physical evidence. He wasn't, in one sense, an important enough figure to have an inscription left about him in stone or anything like that. But what we do have, of course, are documents, and these documents talk about him in great detail.